One thing I've been just resting in is that God does not see he doesn't see color. He doesn't see gender. He doesn't see race. He just sees sons. And that we embody that. And as I think it was last week, someone said, "Oh, you're my favorite," and put a color label on me. And I had to lovingly correct that. Right. And that's what it means is to stepping into the now that we're not labeled by other people's. Sometimes it's coming from a place of purity or sometimes just of not knowing. And so in cultivating the now is pulling people into that same stream and into that reality that, hey, don't look at me as just a that because I'm more than that. And you've seen me as more than that. So that's what cultivating the now is. Just staying as a kid. For me, I love being a child. It's removing the fact that whatever age people think that you are, it's living and responding from this childlike state. So I don't see myself as this. I know I'm a grown person, but I just remain childlike. And that's how I cultivate because he said, "Come to me in your most innocent form." So that's something important for me in this season is that I'm firm in who I am. And I'm living beyond that identity of, hey, I'm a son. Yes, I can change that. So that's what cultivating and resting in the now, the reality of the now. That's what it looks like for me.
Mm. I really like how you opened that up, Chris. And I feel to just add a current into the stream that you're talking about around recognizing who we are as sons and from identity, learning how to fully function in the reality of what God said has said that we are. And that reality looks like living out the life of Christ because we look like Christ to the Father. And so there's this correlation between recognizing who we are and now learning what we have because of who we are as our birthright inheritance. And now, how are we functioning in that birthright? As we were talking about cultivating the now, something that was stirring in my heart was one, the revelation that God exists in the perpetual now. And for our friends who are listening in, what I mean by that is God lives outside of time. He is eternal. He is the one who permits time to exist in him. So, in the realms of the spirit, there's no distance, there's no space, there's no time. All things are now. So, he's the one who actually sees from the beginning to end as a now reality. All possibilities, all dimensions and realms and all that is exists as a now reality in him. There's nothing that he cannot see because he's in everything. Like time exists in God. And to gather that is to also recognize that the God who sees all things now resides in you. The one whom Revelation, I think it's in Revelation 1, says the one who is, the one who was, and the one who always will be, first revealed himself as is. He just is. He is just I am. He exists. He allows existence to exist. He is. And to cultivate a mindset of recognizing the one who always is to actually go into his presence, to be a person who lives beyond the veil, to recognize that the spirit realm, when we enter in through the right gate, who is Christ, offers us the reality to know what exists in heavenly places in Christ, which includes the awareness that everything you see, everything you experience, everything you encounter is a revelation of the now reality of God. And as sons who are multidimensional, which means that we can exist in multiple places at the same time, we are in the earth, but not of the earth, because we also are born from above and have access to above realities. We can live inside of time and outside of time at the exact same time. And what we get to do is to step into the eternal things of God, see what he sees from that now, hold it in our hearts, and then allow that now reality to become what gets expressed into time. So we are literally pulling time into eternity's reality. And what I love about our conversation, and you're saying you're learning how not to be defined by a limiting factor. And when we define ourselves, whether it's culture, whether it's our upbringing, all of those things help us communicate in the world, but they're not the centrality of how God defines you or relates to you. So we're learning to live from where we have been born from above. We are learning to actually function from a mindset of being a citizen of a kingdom that exists in and out of time. And that requires a paradigm shift. It really does.